unlike Representative Miller, the Democratic Party of Georgia did put me directly after Judge Penny Brown Reynolds. And that's all right, because she is filling up my cup. She has kept me inspired just like the rest of our statewide slate. Listen, I know a little something about blue waves. Because in 2018, I was one of 17 new Democrats in the Georgia State House who flipped Republican seats. I flipped a seat in North Fulton County that had been Republican for decades. And we did it on the message that we are the adults in the room. I served for 4 years in the State House, and I had the honor of moving to the Georgia State Senate. If you are a member of the Georgia Senate Democratic Caucus, a nominee for the Georgia Senate Democratic Caucus, or one of our amazing staff, please stand and be recognized right now. But yes, my name is Josh McLaurin, and I am honored to be your nominee to be the next Lieutenant Governor of Georgia. It's a new day in Georgia, folks. Millions of voters are waking up to the reality that Democrats are the adults in the room. Voters are tired of government by children. Increasingly, they can see the difference. So let's break down what we're talking about. A child lets fear get the best of him, and he bullies people out of his own insecurity. When a child is in charge of immigration policy, he doesn't care about the pain that has caused his families are torn apart. And they're all following the rules and living peacefully. They're showing up to green card appointments so they can get married to their loved ones and settle in the United States, and they're ripped by ICE out of those offices. We've got undocumented immigrants and lawful immigrants who are in buses on the way to work who are pulled over by ICE and harassed and arrested. A child ignores how that immigration policy devastates our rural and agricultural communities and economies. But adults know that empathy and strength are not weaknesses, they are our strengths. Our friends and neighbors come from diverse backgrounds, and they all contribute something to our culture and our economy. Adults choose an immigration policy of kindness and fairness instead of cruelty. Democrats choose families instead of separation. We choose thriving instead of bullying. Here's something else about adults. Adults know that it is unwise to start a war that you don't know how to finish. But a child who is seeking attention probably wasn't loved enough. He wants people to think he's a big, strong man. He'll pick a fight that experts have analyzed for decades and said, that's a loser. And in the process, he'll put our service women and men at risk and drive up costs of things like gasoline. What a child like that needs is a therapist, not a military. Here's another one for you. An adult knows that the winner of an election is the person who got the most votes. But a child who's losing at a board game would rather flip that table over and do anything he can to change the rules federally and in the state of Georgia with his willing sycophants in the Georgia Senate Republican Caucus before he would lose again fair and square. Not only that, a child would lose one game in 2020 and keep talking about it 6 years later when he already won another game in 2024. Now, my opponent in this race for lieutenant governor is a state senator named Greg Dolezal. He has been all too happy to center and cater to Trump, his narcissist daddy. Dolezal is also an election denier. Now, here's what's so crazy about this adult and child thing when it comes to Greg Dolezal. That's not even a metaphor, because he literally submitted falsified ballot applications on purpose. And he used children's signatures to sign the applications because he wanted to prove that there's, quote, voter fraud in the state of Georgia. You don't get to commit felonies to prove they're possible. He literally resorted to childish behavior rather than admit that Trump lost. And I wish it were all just cute and harmless, but it's not. Dolezal also used AI to generate what I think are the most racist political video ads I have ever seen against Muslims in the state of Georgia, our friends and neighbors, members of our community. Shameful ads that even other Republicans are embarrassed about and whispering about. And let me keep it very real for a moment. Do y'all know how many elected Republicans have reached out to me to tell me they're not voting for Greg Dolezal? I'm serious. This is the most MAGA slate that the Republicans could have possibly nominated because they can't help themselves. They've gerrymandered the state so thoroughly that they don't even know how to talk to average voters anymore. They just know how to talk to their own base. 1 Corinthians 13:11 says, "When I was a child, I spoke as a child, I thought like a child, I reasoned like a child, but when I became an adult, I gave up childish ways." Democrats, we're here in beautiful Savannah on a Saturday with energy and record numbers because Georgia is ready to give up childish ways. Georgia is ready for the adults in the room. So let's get to work. Let's elect Governor, Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms all the way down the ticket, and let's flip these statewide offices for the first time in 20 years. Thank you very much.